When you're getting started with learning brush pen calligraphy, this is one crucial thing which you must know. Calligraphy is not a prettier version of cursive writing. These two approaches are completely different. So, the sooner that you understand the differences and unlearn some of your norms of cursive writing before you can develop the skill of calligraphy, the earlier you can get started, so that your learning of the brush pen calligraphy process will be so much smoother. Hi! If you're new to the Join Hands channel, thanks for stopping by. I love showing you how to create handmade items that bring joy from your hands to your heart. So let's look at 3 different types of writing. This is regular script writing. This is cursive writing. And this is brush pen calligraphy. So, what are the differences? Remember back when we didn't use digital devices in our classes and we wrote cursive so that we can cram as much content as possible into our notebooks? The rationale for cursive writing is speed and efficiency. In the cursive style, the writing is in one continuous motion without lifting the pen. In brush pen calligraphy, the rationale is not efficiency and speed, but the expression of our creativity. You will have intentional starts and stops as you lift your pen when starting a new stroke. It tends to be a much more meditative, slower process. Difference number 2. In cursive style, the same pressure of the pen is used throughout. In brush pen calligraphy, you will have varying pressure. For the downstrokes, you can increase pressure on your pen tip, which leads to a thicker line. For the upstrokes, you decrease pressure on your pen tip, which leads to a thinner line. Now that will give the characteristic thicks and thins of brush pen calligraphy. Difference number 3. In cursive style, letters are connected through smooth curves. The arc of the connecting curve will influence the formation of the next letter. For example, you see how the exit stroke of F from the bar extends to the formation of the next letter E? So to some extent, the curve from the previous letter will have some influence over how the next letter is formed. But in brush pen calligraphy, letters are connected through curves of varying angles. For example, within a letter, in connecting the oval of the D to its looped stem, it is not in a smooth curve, but there is a sort of a kink because of the different angles of the curves. This will allow different strokes to have sovereignty to be combined to form a letter. Now let's take another example of connecting letters. You can see the exit stroke of the second F is linked to the next letter E. However, there is a point where the pen is lifted so that the next curve can be of a different angle. Because the exit stroke of one letter only needs to be connected to a point on the next letter, this allows each letter autonomy in being formed without being influenced by the shape of the curve of the preceding letter. And the last but not least, difference number 4. In cursive style, because the rationale is the speed of writing, the letter formation tends to be no frills and minimalist. In brush pen calligraphy, decorative elements give it so much soul and fun. Here, I did a swoosh for the bar of the letter T. I also made the 2 Fs look slightly different to create more visual interest. You will see more examples of creative ways in forming the letters, especially in the final video of this brush pen calligraphy for beginners series. Now that we covered what we need to unlearn, what does this mean for our calligraphy journey? 1. Lift your pen when you're starting a new stroke instead of having it in a continuous motion. 2. Vary your pressure instead of keeping it constant. Increase pressure on downstrokes, decrease pressure on upstrokes. 3. Don't just flow from one letter to another. For calligraphy, your exit stroke of the preceding letter will connect to the next letter, but it doesn't influence the shape of it. Each letter should be written or drawn separately. 4. Take it slow. Be creative with your connectors, ligatures, swashes, and flourishes for that decorative touch. Now, I hope that those tips are useful for you as you're starting your calligraphy journey. Now, as you become more and more conscious about breaking the norms of cursive writing when trying to learn calligraphy, you will pick up the skill much faster. Another great way of building your calligraphy skill is by practicing and doing the drills of the foundational strokes of calligraphy, which is coming up next. So if you found this video helpful and want to stay updated on when the next video in this series comes out, do like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to download the handout that comes with this series, and you can find the link in the description box below. It lists the 4 differences that I just talked about, as well as containing guide sheets for your practice. I know when I'm passionate about something, I like to binge learn. So this is 28 pages long, so you can get everything you need as a beginner in your brush pen calligraphy journey. Are there other habits that you feel you need to unlearn before you can do calligraphy well? Let me know in the comments below. Have fun! And I'll see you in the next video in this series.